Hello viewers, welcome back to yet another video based on IoT. In today's topic, I'll be discussing regarding the CoAP protocol, that is the Constraint Application Protocol in IoT. This protocol is mainly used within a limited network or like in a constrained environment. For some security purposes, it is used in domestic or household purpose. With the definition itself, you have the Constraint Application Protocol. CO stands for constraint, and AP is application protocol. So this is the architecture or the working of basically CoAP is. So in this, the main entities are, you have a REST internet which is outside some environment or outside the house or organization. In fact, you can say. Then you have this environment CoAP environment which has one REST CoAP proxy, and then you have one CoAP server and CoAP clients are there. So this REST CoAP proxy sits in between the REST internet as well as the CoAP server, so that any messages which are sent can be intercepted by this REST CoAP proxy. You have a number of clients like CoAP clients you have. So first you have a smartphone, then you have an RFID sensor, or then you can have a CCTV camera. So all those log details which are generated for that particular day are being sent to the CoAP server, and then it is routed to the REST CoAP proxy, and then it is uploaded or being stored on the REST internet. Now this link is I've made it on a black arrow. So this basically indicates that it's an outside network, or you can have a firewall in basically between this. So CoAP basically works in this environment, that is CoAP environment, and it does not goes outside this network. So basically it is limited to here. So it is a constrained environment. Now talking about its theory, so it's created by IETF, that is Internet Engineering Task Force, and is created by a group called as Constrained Restful Environment, that is CORE, C-O-R-E. It's a working group. Basically they have created this CoAP protocol. So the name comes from the this constraint CO, that is constraint, and RE, that is restful environment. Here you have application protocol. Then it's an internet application protocol for constrained devices. Like you have at your home, you have Wi-Fi setup, Wi-Fi connected to your laptop, your computer, your smartphone and all. So you can set up a CoAP protocol, or you can build a CoAP environment especially in that particular scenario. So that's where CoAP protocol comes into picture, and it's designed for devices on the same constraint network. Like I've said, Wi-Fi connected to your laptop, your smartphone, your n number of devices, and between devices and general nodes on the internet. This means that there are some bandwidth or some particular points on the internet which are using or accessing within your household or a domestic purpose, and between devices connected on different constraint networks joined on the internet. Then it's built specially for IoT systems which use or which is based on top of HTTP protocol, because it does not have a secure layer in between this. So like in a home environment, you can set up this CoAP setup. So there you can use only HTTP protocols. So these are mainly built on RESTful services. So there you can only use HTTP and not HTTPS. Then CoAP makes use of UDP, that is user datagram protocol, for lightweight implementation as well. Then it's used with mobiles and social networking based applications, which eliminates the ambiguity by using HTTP get, post, put or delete method. So it's basically like you have your MI band connected to your application, like a smartphone application for MI fit. Then you can create it over a CoAP network, so that you need not have HTTP put, delete, post methods and all to work in that. So that ambiguity and sophisticated network just goes out there, and you can put your CoAP entirely over here. Then apart from communicating IoT data, CoAP has been developed with DTLS for secure exchange of messages in the transport layer. Now imagine like you are working in the CoAP environment and you have no HTTPS layer, but you have only HTTP. A third person comes in between and just intercepts your messages, and if he tries to hack your system or hack your devices, gains control of any of these entities, then what will you do? So you need to have a secure mechanism for that. So for that there is a DTLS layer, that is the datagram transport layer security for secure exchange of messages in the transport layer. So what this does is it basically prevents eavesdropping, masquerading, tampering, and message or data forgery. So these are basically some kind of security attacks which are vulnerable to different organizations, or while you work in a home, or any kind of environment which is bound in a constrained network. So well, that's all about this constrained application protocol in IoT. So hope you enjoyed this video. If you got educated by watching this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching this video.